Welcome back, everyone, to the Complete Pineleaf. We are back here in Snowbourne, where I've been asked to challenge some of the locals. First, I'll start with this veteran.
Huh. Let us see what you can do.
Unlike my neighbors, I've seen battle on the fields of Rohan. I'm ready to fight and defend my home. Let us see what you can do, Pineleaf. I will show you how to fight. Good, I could use the lessons for the rest of them, I guess. Right? Few techniques here and there, right? I yield! I yield! Where'd you learn to fight like this? In the north, I guess? Well, that's one. Now let's find the next one. I should note, as I'm looking for the next one, that I've been progressing well with Hootbolt. A lot better than I had been expecting, because apparently you could turn in extra Hootbolt tokens for rep, and it costs fewer tokens in order to do the building in there, so I've done pretty good progress in building the area, and I've also completed Kindred with the first three regions. So yes, I just have the suit crops to worry about, and that of course means finishing the quests here. So I thought that I'd have a long time in needing to finish Hootbolt after I finished everything, and look at this. If it weren't for the fact that I'd like to get the Suitcross quest done before I do Hootbolt, it looks like I'm pretty much ahead of schedule. Hello there.
I will do my best.
I've never so much as held a blade before, but I'll do my best. Alright, so this is a villager who has not yet. Am I doing this right? Well, I suppose you'll need a better weapon eventually. You have achieved victory, and the villager has improved a great deal. Alright, that's good to hear. And now I believe I need to find a member of the local militia. Aha! Here he is. And let's see if he's improved any. Hello? Hello? Oh, hello there. Hello?
Perhaps I will surprise you.
I have received some training in the martial arts, but I have not seen real battle. Perhaps I'll surprise you with my natural ability. I'm ready. Well, I've achieved victory. I yield. I yield. Well, he's improved somewhat. And I think it's time to see if. Ooh, no, not. No, it looks like Aylmer's not ready yet. So let's speak with Horn and Korodon. Ah, I found Korodon.
Few of the villagers would speak to me, and none wished to spar with me.
I consider myself a hopeful elf, but. Right now, this hopeful elf is hoping that these people will flee before the orcs arrive. Either way, Snowboard will be empty. Better to be burnt empty than filled with the bodies of the unfortunate. Well, at least Snowborn has the advantage of these stone walls, though perhaps the gates leave a few things to be desired, but oh well. Now, what about Horn? Hi there.
I saw Aomer emerging from his talk with Reeve Fastred. He did not look happy.
Yes, I trained with some of the people of Snowbourne as well. I hope for their sake that Fostred listens to reason and moves them across the Entwash. Their skill with weaponry takes little time to discern and less time to overcome. Well, if it takes less time to overcome than to discern, then yeah, that could be a bit of a problem. Now, if Aylmer has emerged, then perhaps let's have a little word with him. Hello there, Aylmer. I spoke with your four riders here who are trying to warn people about the Easterlings, and they didn't have very much luck on Fostred. I take it you didn't have much with them either?
Fastred is a fool.
I will take that as a yes. Yes, Pineleaf, I plan to return to Aeris after this visit to Snowborn, but now the need to do so is even more urgent. We have to leave now. Well, I was hoping to help Snowborn a little bit more to prepare, but if you say we need to go now, I suppose we'll have to.
We have to return to Edoras at once.
I need to report to the king that Fostrid is refusing to move his people across the Entwash. We simply do not have the riders we would need to effectively defend them here. In West Rohan, we will have a better chance of protecting the people. Come with me to Aedoras, Pineleaf. We will sort this out with my Uncle Theoden. Right, let us go.
My uncle Theoden will listen to me and put right the situation with Reeve Fastred. He is still king in Rohan.
Look there, Pineleaf. Behold the golden hall of Meduseld, seat of my uncle Theoden, the king of Rohan. We will speak with him and obtain a decree the Reeves will be unable to ignore. They must move their people across the Entwash where we can better protect them. A decree by Theoden King will be more difficult for them to ignore, I deem. I rode north with my Aerit to hunt the orcs against my uncle's wishes. They may still be displeased, but we must hope that he'll forgive the disobedience for its happy result, the death of the orcs. Alright, we shall see. And I hope this instance doesn't enforce that you're in a dangerous zone that you're not supposed to be in because you're not. The area's not opened up yet. I hope you're ready for a climb, my friends. Oh, funnity fun fun. Yes. Lord Airmare, what about the orcs? I destroyed them all. Aha, he destroyed the orcs. Careful now. Uh-oh. Something's not right, Pineleaf. Yeah, something's not right. I see the influence of Grima Wormtongue everywhere. We will set things right. Hama, I've come here. I come with these three companions to see my uncle. I am Hama, the doorward of Theoden. You have come to the Golden Hall of Meduseld in the presence of Eomer, nephew of the king, and you are welcome to here as he himself is, if he speaks well of you. Alright, that's good. Eomer, these are unusual companions to bring to Aedoras. These are unusual times, Hama. Some would say that they require more friends rather than fewer. This is not what Grima would say. I say that is further proof of his wisdom, then. Grima's words are nothing to me. Will you let me see my uncle? You know who I am, Hama. Yes, Eomer. You and your friends may pass. I only ask that they leave their weapons outside. Well, there is that. What do you say about that, Corridon? I do not understand why I must leave my bow with this man, Pineleaf. Do they not trust the word of an elf? Well, we're talking about the Rohirrim here, so I'm not too sure they trust elves, period. If I say I will do no harm to their king, no harm will come to him from my hand. It is not that I am offended, it's just that we went to some trouble to recover this bow the last time I left my possession, and I do not believe you will win a similar wager to get it back again. I will leave it here with the man Hama. The Rohirrim seem to be afraid of elves, I believe. I could make a frightful face at one of them and cow them into returning my bow if it came to that. Well, there is that. Well, what do you say, Horn? I will leave Nona's sword with Hama, for I trust the doorward of Theoden, and know him as an honorable man. He will see to it that the blade is returned to me after our audience. I do not like to be without it for even a moment, but I will do as Theoden King requires. Alright, there we go for that. And what do you say, Aomer? I am sorry you'd be inconvenienced in this way, Pineleaf. Do not blame Hama for it. He is simply doing his duty. The safety of the king must come before all, and keeping the weapons of strangers outside of the hall can be helped ensure that. It was never like this in the old days, however. I sense the influence of Grima on this. Well, there is that. Well, I'll talk to him. First, I guess I better leave my spears over here. Now, the quest actually doesn't technically require that, but I mean, I think it fits for similitude if I leave my weapons aside, at least cosmetically. If you will leave your weapons outside the hall, I will bring you inside to see Theoden King. All right. And here we are. Come with me. I will bring you before Theoden King. This way. All the way down there. Good thing they didn't kick me out for being too low a level. I am high enough level to do this instance. He will call you before him when he's done with this. My king, I have always served you faithfully and well. Faithfully? Hey, that's my master Glaowene. He taught me the craft of the harp when I was young. What's he done? I have been your minstrel for many years. It has been my honor and privilege. Enough of this! You're guilty of spreading lies and deceit throughout Aedoras! Theoden King, please listen to me. My minstrel, Glaowene, I would never speak against you, my king. I did not mean. Guard, seize this man! Cast him from Aedoras, never to return! My king, please! Well, Grima Wormtongue seems to have the word of what to say. Emer, that wasn't a very good scene. I've seen enough, Pineleaf. It is as I feared when my uncle forbade me to pursue the orcs. His will is not his own. It's Grima's doing. Well, yeah. You do know that Grima used to be the counselor of Saruman? Probably is too. Just so you know. Uncle! Emer! I've returned from the hunt. The orcs are destroyed. Eomer, sister son. You dared return here after flouting the king's command not to pursue the orcs? The king's command? To my memory, it was your command, Grima Wormtongue. Your commands have the weight of a breeze of the grass to me. I speak with the king's voice. Grima, the orcs. Uncle, you will not worry yourself so. See how you trouble the king? Your presence is painful to him. Grima! Emer, stop! Bah! I will speak to Hama about this. Nephew of the king or not, you should have left your blade outside. I know what it is you seek, Grima, for Rohan. Well, you shall have none of it. Take him to the dungeons. He's a danger to the king. Eomer, be wise. Listen to me, all of you. Can you not see that Rohan has been left undefended? Bring Eomer to the dungeon and cast Glaowene from Aedoras. You there, halfling! Come here! Uh-oh. Grima studies you from her piercing eyes, and you feel distinctly uncomfortable. How much knowledge of your imprisonment in Isengard did Saruman share with his nefarious agent? You learned in the caverns below Isengard that Grima is a pawn of Saruman. But does Grima know that you know it? Interesting. Elmer is accompanied by the lowest of sort of companions, Theoden King. And who else do I see with you? Has Stangard fallen? Have the Easterlings raised it? How else can explain why Horn has come before the king? Easterlings, grave threat. Theoden King, your land is beset with dangers. You must open your eyes and see. Silence! You speak the same treasons as Gleowine, your master. I speak the truth. Theoden King, you must release Aylmer. Rohan needs him. Aylmer, my king, you know not to seek any hope in Aylmer. Have you forgotten the curse of Wuryende? It claimed the life of your son, and it'll claim Aylmer's life as well. Theodred. Actually, it is the order of the king that his rebel be cast into the dungeon alongside with Aylmer. Grima, have mercy. The crime is that of Gleowine, not of my brother. Yes, Lady Eowyn. Eowyn, you speak the truth. These three of you are banished from Edoras. You are forbidden again to cross the Entwade and must remain east of the river. If you disobey this command, the penalty will be death. Be thankful of the mercy of Theoden, king of Rohan. Be thankful of the mercy of Eowyn, sister of Aylmer, more likely. Grima stares at you with those piercing eyes. You are fortunate, Pineleaf, he says, the shadow of a half smile creasing his lips. That will not happen again. Yeah, he's been informed by Isengard, I'm sure.
In the golden hall of Meduseld, we beheld what I have long feared. Theoden King has fallen under the sway of his chief counselor, Grima Wormtongue, who speaks with Saruman's voice. Rohan is imperiled.
That definitely could have gone better. What do you say, Horn?
This is terrible. It is as I feared.
Yes, it's as I feared when I sang the song that resulted in my banishment to Stangard. The king is truly under the power of a malevolent force. Grima Wormtongue, not Theoden, rules in Rohan, and now Eomer is captive in Edoras.
I do not know what we can do.
Eomer is imprisoned. We cannot cross the Entwash. The people of the Sucross are in grave danger of the fervor of their reeve, and I thought Nono would have returned by now. I am fortunate the king did not comment on my return from Stangard, or I would be in the dungeons alongside with Eomer. Or worse. We have failed in everything, Pineleaf. I swore to stand by you once, and I was cast from Stangard. But everything I have tried to do has ended in failures or disappointment. I'm sorry. Well, what do you say?
By order of Theoden King, you three are to stay on this side of the Entwash.
If the order of the king changes, I will be informed by Raven. I do not doubt that would be the case. But until then, you stay here, and I will stay here. Or I guess the relief guards. Whatever guards are on duty at the time, I guess. Well, Corden, what do you say?
Why is Horn so upset? Have we not done what we set out to do?
Right. We've tracked our mutual friends across the Eastament and only gave up the chase when we were assured of their safety. We did much good in Rohan. That is more than can be said for some of the Aldors and Thanes and Reeves we have encountered. We will see what the future brings to us, will we not? Yes. Hmm. I think of Ruthreef Pineleaf, Baldbark at the end. Finding one of the tree herders still alive in Fangorn was not even a glimmer of a hope in my mind when you, Horn, Nona, and I began to journey down the Anduin. But that was such a happy discovery, all the more because it was unexpected. Perhaps Nona will come back to us when she has defined her innermost mind. Theoden may come to his senses and release Eomer. We may find the paths crossing again with that of Gandalf or with that of Aragorn, son of Arathorn. Tomorrow will seem less bleak. We will face it together, will we not? Give Horn these words, and tell him that if Cord and the elf can see hope in the future, surely Horn, the man of Rohan, can find some small measure of light on which to rest his thoughts. Hmm. Well, your thoughts on that, Horn?
What would Corridon be saying today if we had not run into that Ent?
Yes. You are both right, my friend. Tomorrow will be brighter. There's no sense in mulling on the past or in worrying for the future. We will take one day after another as the sun rises and then sets, and await the dawn with hope. We must do what we can for the people of East Rohan. We must help them prepare their defenses. We must help them fight what battles we can, and we must help them rebuild if the battles go ill. Who stands between the people of Rohan and their enemies? Horn grips his hilt of his sword with resolve and sets his shoulders. We do. We must not fail them. We will not fail them. Our work here is just beginning, Pineleaf. If on the morrow we need to cross the Entwade for the good of Rohan and at the risk of our own lives, we will. But today we will do what we can for the people on this side of the line. May fortune smile on Corden and on you and on me and on Nona, wherever she may be. Good fortune and victory. Good fortune and victory. And I think that means it is time for us to return to Snowborn and finish our tasks there, which is what we'll do in the next episode of The Complete Pine Leaf.